Nestled on a small block of land south of Adelaide near the tiny town of Finnis sits Rise and Shine Eggs. It's home to more than 2,000 plucky residents. It's owned and run by brother and sister duo Alistair and Heather Pearce. Despite having no experience in chicken farming, a year ago the pair decided to give it a go.
Well, it was a very steep learning curve. Especially the day the first lot of chooks turned up was like, we kind of knew we weren't ready, but we didn't realise just how not ready we were.
Alistair spent decades on the family farm on the Eyre Peninsula before moving to Adelaide in 2013, while Heather runs a successful medical business in Broken Hill.
Alistair has that practical background in farming, but also in problem solving and trying to work out when, is there another way that we can do things. So, and I guess my experience as a business owner in the medical, allied health and imaging area, we thought if we combined those skills together, we could make it work.
Together, they united to form Rise and Shine. After years spent working as an occupational therapist, Heather saw an opportunity to provide on-farm employment to people with disabilities.
The most common thing I would see on someone's NDIS plan was they wanted a job and they wanted to make friends. And the more that you work with someone, the more you realise there's not a lot of areas where that's set up for people to transition into. So that really got me thinking, well, what is it about a job that is the barrier for people getting in?
So the idea for the egg farm was hatched. Heather says it's about teaching people who've had very limited opportunities important skills in the workplace.
Waking up on time to go to work, how do I check my roster, how do I talk to people at work? And I guess what we thought is if you did a program where you taught those skills, you'd have someone who, was employable in the open market when you finish the program.
Employees like 39-year-old Jinder Holland, who spends his shifts collecting, sorting and cleaning eggs before they're ready for delivery.
And I'm pushing the eggs on the fan belt, as you can see.
While not necessarily a fan of chickens, Jinder admits he's warming to them after several months working here.
At the start, I was umming and ahhing. I wasn't comfortable around the chickens. As my shift progressed to more and more shifts, I'm here at the farm. I'm beginning to like the chickens, yeah.
Before egg collecting, Jinder worked in hospitality and at a factory, but says it just wasn't the right fit with his Waardenburg syndrome.
I'm deaf in my left ear. I'll take my hat off. I have grey hair as a young fella, and I have a different colour eye. So that was a challenge for me. When I was growing up, I used to be bullied and that. And I guess coming to here, people treat me differently because I'm different, and they accept me who I am. And I thank them for that, yeah.
Having never worked outdoors before, Jinder says he's fallen in love with the on-farm job.
I wasn't keen at the start to work at the farm, but each time I'm here, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun.
As well as the variety of jobs available while working with chickens, even if he's forced to dodge a few every time he gets in the car.
My favourite part is driving, of course, and the farm. My next favourite thing is sorting the eggs, washing the eggs, weighing the egg, packing them, ready to go for delivery. That's the best part.
The farm also offers repetitive tasks for employees who prefer similar jobs each shift, which Gabby Kinsley thrives on.
It has definitely been way better than I could have imagined. It just suits me to a T. The fact that I only work a couple of days.
An operation on her brain when she was younger left her with permanent damage, which has impacted her short-term memory, but not her long-term memory.
Now, I guess that's where the repetition comes in, that by me doing the same thing over and over, so then it gets into that long-term memory and I can be able to do that.
For Gabby, even finding a job as a single mother of 3 can be a challenge exacerbated by her acquired brain injury.
I have tried to apply for jobs, and because of my disabilities, I haven't got good background, and when you apply for a job and all you can say is that your background is being a stay-at-home mum or that you can only work certain hours.
In the past, she hasn't mentioned it for fear of being treated differently.
There are certain people out there that will treat you differently as soon as you say disability, so I tend to not tell people that I have a disability. Then I guess you're worried because they're not going to treat you appropriately for that either. They definitely don't say, oh, well, we don't want you because you're disabled, but you get that feeling.
It's something support worker Tracy Davis has witnessed firsthand.
I think once someone is labelled to have a disability or being disabled, society has a thought process where they're like, oh, okay, they're disabled, they can't do anything, like they can't contribute, oh, they're just on a disability support pension and that's how they live, but that's actually not true.
She says it's all about working with the employees to their strengths to get the best out of them.
Everyone has a lot to offer. You just have to tap into it. You just have to know how to do it, how to approach people, how to deal with their little, like I said, idiosyncrasies like that we all have.
For employees, the part-time jobs allow them to have more financial independence. For Gabby, the extra couple of $100 a week means she and her children can go on a holiday for the first time in years.
My aim was to always do a holiday every year, but I just haven't managed to be able to put that into the budget. So this is just allowed that to do. I said that any money that I got that was extra was going to be able to allow us to do that, yeah.
It helps me and my family. I have a son. He goes to school. I help him a lot. And my partner. I have a partner as well, Tia. She works as well and study, and the income really helps, like heaps.
It's also a source of pride.
I want my son to get a good education, where he is at now, and obviously he enjoys Daddy working at the farm. I always talk to him about the farm, and my son loves hearing what I do each day.
You've nailed it, Jinder.
For Tracy Davis, in her short time working here as a support worker, the personal and professional growth of the staff has been a pleasure to watch.
And as you heard from Jinder, he didn't think he'd like chickens, didn't like the outdoor and all that sort of stuff. But he's great. He's an absolute laugh to work with. We have a great time, and I think it's really good.
Which is what the program's all about, according to Heather Pearce.
So I guess the key part is that it's people that are underemployed in our workforce, so people that haven't had a job and who are able to keep a job and hold employment, but they haven't really been given that opportunity before.
Due to the model's success, Heather and Alistair are looking to open a second location. They're hoping to provide further employment opportunities and use both farms as training grounds where new workers can come in, upskill and gain confidence before eventually moving on to other jobs within agriculture.
We would love then for those participants to be able to train other people who want to come into the program and run it like a 12-week program. So that would be, I guess, where we're headed.
The employees would like more employers to consider adopting similar models in agriculture.
It's tough, and when you don't have any businesses with such a model where their employees can be supported, it makes it really difficult for someone with a disability.
Just because you have a disability doesn't mean you're not able to do the work.
So it develops the person's, their individual skills. It develops or gives them an occupation, so something meaningful to do. And then the environment, like it's a beautiful part of the world. So those three things combined. You're not just working on one thing and hoping that that's going to be successful for someone. It's a multi-level approach to find and bring purpose.
For Gabby, who has 9 chickens of her own at home, she'd be hard-pressed to find a better workplace than this.
My favourite poem, Dorothy McCullough, I love a sunburnt country. This is it, the rolling hills, the checkered boards where you've got like trees here and green there, but a different green over there, or a brown that's just been ploughed. It's amazing, it's fantastic.
Lodginder's just thankful for the opportunity and is hoping the business can expand, employ more workers and sell more eggs so he can continue to do what he loves.
It's giving me hope, give me a job. It's giving me something to look forward to every day to come to work. I want to say thank you, pretty much for believing in me and giving me something to look forward to each time I'm coming here. And yeah, I want to say thank you.